Send them to the bench, I done lost all respect. I'm gone.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Red Dragons and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with their opponents. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Nick Chubb. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He's got room to run past the 20. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 6 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The numbers for Jones last week, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 15. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Mayfield with it once more. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks, is pretty impressive.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, his throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. look to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Let's go, let's go! The 27-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Dragons.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Let's go. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jacob Phillips able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Butker's kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Trucks over him. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give. This is Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he works free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now Jones. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinators, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away to his left. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run. Chubb. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Drops it to Jones in the flat. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here. Now he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Javonte Williams, 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. James Robinson, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the screen pass. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That'll be caught by Rice. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Red Dragons have cut it back within a score. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, it's Chubb. Powerful running. 159 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They
They run again on first down. Chubb. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the captain. Defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. Boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent late drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Goes right back to Smith again.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 13. Throw left side complete. That's Bennett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Red Dragons are back within a score.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
184 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And again, it's Chubb.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The gain there, 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Mayfield to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Browns! Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now Jones. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 6. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Let's go.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Rice. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Ronnie Perkins drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 8 coming up. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Browns, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.